Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Cantina. I am here with my old pal Mook, and this is the Chemist.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, this time around, guys, we got a very special episode for you. You guys have absolutely been swarming us with questions, and we really can't keep up on answering all those comments and messages we're getting. And syphilis. We can't keep up answering all of them, so we figured we'd do a full episode dedicating to answering all your questions. Please, in no means, be discouraged to ask us questions. Please go ahead and ask them. It just might take us some time before we answer them again. So this is a questionnaire special. This will be the 13th episode we've done, and we are
Question time!
Question time!
I was want to make it a little bit more lyrical.
Anyway, well, you want to ask the first one?
Yeah, sure, I will, darling. Right,
Thank you, Lava.
First question that we've got on the little list that someone made is... Whoa, what was that? You've got a duck in your room on the end of your knob. Anywho, the first asker is Chiyusuru. So,
Chiyusuru.
Okay. And the question is, in your guys' opinion, is this game worth buying for a WoW player who raided extensively? I know that games are almost apples and oranges, but tasty and fruity and good for you. Okay, I like that analogy. But I have been burned on so many. I've been burned on so many MMOs. Well, stop going near the fire. In the past, I'm just being stupid now. In the past, that turned out not to be worth buying. I want a permanent replacement for WoW, without any gay bandits. That's quality. As you can tell, I haven't read this question yet, and that just tickled me inside.
Yeah, this game is totally worth it, dude. Take it from someone who's playing. The quality, the sheer level of polish. Yeah, a lot of the things in the game you're going to be able to recognize, but a lot of things you're also going to notice that are new. It is definitely worth your time, and I promise you there will be no fucking gay-ass pandas. The gayest thing we got in Star Wars is Gungans, and we don't have Naboo as a planet, so don't worry about it.
You want my biggest draw for Star Wars, personally, is being my childhood being in the 80s. I got to, my parents watched the films when they were like on telly and that, but the actual story behind it, there's so much more lore than WoW, and WoW always struck me as very childish, the books and stuff, how they're written, whereas Star Wars is quite
mature.
Certain things, quite mature and gritty, which is quite an interesting thing, but that's the reason why I will still keep playing it. But the actual, as far as game development go, BioWare, if they're doing a story-driven game, it will be fucking good. And the thing is, you've got 8 classes to play through. That's if you're interested in hearing the stories. If you're interested in just leveling, then
and there will be plenty of endgame content for you to do as a raider and as a PvPer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that question for now. Let's. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the next one. And it looks like I'm gonna have to answer this one as well. But let's just do it. This was from Mr. Tato. And he asked, do you think the NDA will be lifted before early access is available? And if so, how long before? That's his first question. He has multiple questions, so let's just take that one quick. We don't know. We think so, and we're quite sure it's going to be before the early access. At this point, if you feel like beta leaking, I don't think you should feel bad doing it. Because if you get sued for beta leaking a month before release, then...
Everyone and their grandma is beta leaking anyway. I think,
much.
As far as the channel goes, we're possibly the most restrained.
Yeah,
and that's only because I've been taking constipation pills, no diarrhea pills. Yeah. They give you quite restrained.
Next question. Given your experience in MMOs, will you be doing guides to elements of TOR such as the most viable skill tree specialization for each advanced class?
Yes.
Short answer, yes. Look forward to them.
Long answer, definitely yes.
And the last thing,
I was just going to say, no, we've got a lot more, like I said last week or last video, we've got a lot of guildies interested in doing a lot more stuff, so you'll get a lot more videos rather than just the 2 a week. We'll keep the Cantina rolling, but we'll have a lot more from everybody. Cookie for all.
Yeah.
Right.
And the last thing he wanted to say is you guys are awesome. Thank you very much. We think you're awesome too.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna. The next question is from Anal Combustion.
Anal Combustion.
Oh no, Anal Combustion. I don't know why that's in a Japanese voice.
Anal Combustion.
He's asking about outdoor bosses, and his question is, and he wrote, "Sup guys, so you said one of the earlier vids that world bosses drop rare lightsaber crystals. Are these world bosses something that can be defeated by 5 or fewer people, or do they need like 10 or 20 people like they did in WoW? The reason that I wanted to play Sith Assassin, the reason is I wanted to play Sith Assassin, and I didn't want much competition when trying to get them. Well, for a start, you're not wanting much competition. You're going to queue up for these world bosses with another 1,000 odd people probably, because everybody will want what they drops to start off with.
Yeah, people are going to want what they drop, but the thing is, people are not going to know when they are. Their spawns are quite dynamic, and their paths are still hidden. We have them. Sad to say, we're not going to be sharing them immediately, but we have them. And
The one of them walks around the center of Korriban. Yes.
wow, that's really constructive.
He walks around somewhere on Tatooine, the Crate Dragon, somewhere. Yeah. He's near a bit of sand, and there might be Tuskens about, but we don't know.
Very, very precise. Moving on.
Tuskens.
Gigafuss has asked us a question. Hey,
oh no, we didn't answer the last one. As for the amount of people that you need to do it, it varies on world boss. From what we can gather, we're not 100% sure on this, or I'm not.
But... No, we're pretty sure.
There you go. Varies. It varies on obviously skill of players, but also it varies depending on what boss it is, how many people it takes. Yeah. There you go.
Alright, we need to speed this a bit up because we have a lot of questions. So next thing we're going to do is Gigafuss. Gigafuss asks, hey Orbit, I've always enjoyed World PvP and I found that it can be very spontaneous and bring excitement to an otherwise mundane leveling process. Which planet should I go for World PvP? Are there any particular that you promote more PvP than others? Thanks. Here's the thing. You have a lot of planets in TOR, but 3 of them on either faction are origin planets. So on the Republic side, you have Corellia, you have... you have Ord Mantell, you have Tython, and you have Coruscant. Those are the origin worlds for the Republic. For the Empire, you have Nalhutta, Korriban, and Dromund Kaas. These are the origin worlds. On these 6 planets, no hostile PvP activity can take place as of yet. They might introduce something later, but as of yet, you cannot attack them. Every other planet in the game, and I believe it's 9 or more so, are designed specifically so your paths will cross others while you're leveling. Literally, they will take the Republic quests and make you cross them with the Sith quests. Well, and you can be attacked.
The planet Ilum is designed with that specifically in mind, with PvP in mind. There's whole sections of Ilum that is going to be...
planets.
No. I've read about this the other day. Ilum is specifically... I know obviously you can PvP on all planets, but they're actually putting very major outdoor PvP objectives on Ilum.
They are doing this on all major neutral planets. Ilum was the first one to be tested with it. Tatooine just got it added in the last patch. If you look at the patch notes on SWTOR.com or BetaKick, it's been added there. It's been added to many planets. You will find high-end PvP activity from level 22 and beyond everywhere. So fear not.
Okie dokie. Well, I answered that question. Next question is from... why do I always get those stupid names? JP251085, or from now on, Cockmunch. Right, Cockmunch. He has... I hear that Sith Assassin and Jedi Shadow... Jedi Shadow?
Yeah, Jedi Shadow is a Council Specialization. The fact that you have to ask that makes you really inadequate. Moving on.
No, I was just thinking... Oh no, I'm thinking something else, don't worry. I hear that Sith Assassin and Jedi Shadow can be tanking classes. How does this work? How does this work with their damage reduction since they have no... since they're only wearing light armor? Is their tanking spec designed for them to be secondary tanks instead of being the primary? Oh, no, it's not. No.
They are primary tanks. They're primary
tanks. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. They're not designed to be secondary. They are main tanks.
Yeah, they are main tanks. There are no off tanks in TOR. If you want more information on this, I want you to check out the Cantina. I believe it was 11 or 12. In the end, you'll find a topic discussing that. Look for one that says beta DPS. That's the one we'll be talking about.
No, beta tanking?
Yes, beta tanking. Sorry, that would be episode
Fucking
10.
Moron.
10, yeah, episode 10. We will talk about it there. In short, it's basically got to do with stances. You basically put in a stance, sort of like bear form on a druid, and wow, it just beefs up your armor stats to where they're supposed to be.
Wow.
Anyway, next question is from Eligas Max.
Wow, that's a bear, by the way.
Hello, guys. When you get a chance, pick up a crew skill and possibly use this for gathering skills in other Flashpoint and gathering match. This is such an extensive question. We will be covering it later. We're going to make an episode dedicated just to crafting. This is too much to talk about here because crafting is quite extensive. I promise you that one of the next episodes we're going to do it.
Yeah, and about crate dragons, I'll cover you a little bit on the end there. We covered that just a minute ago, but there is a world boss that is a crate dragon as far as I can gather from what I've been whoring, because they're my favourite mobs in the whole of Star Wars.
They are pretty awesome.
So, and that's going to be, obviously, it will be a world boss, and if it isn't, I'm going to go to BioWare and teabag them all.
Next question now.
Right, the next question is from... Oh, seriously, see, I keep getting these names, man.
Microsoft Sinister Gate.
Sinister Gates. So Emma says Sinister Gates. Anyway, sent you a message, and it says, "To OrbitGuild, can you explain the one faction per guild thing again? I plan on rolling 2 Imp and 2 Republic characters, and after seeing the beta competition video, I am now unsure if this is possible or how it will work. I did not play WoW, but I am an MMO vet." What, you like treat animals in MMOs? That's a bit of a strange occupation.
Indeed. Short answer for this one as well. If you're on PvP servers, you cannot have 2 factions on the same side. You need to basically do it on separate servers. So if you want 2 Republic characters, you put them on one server, and you take your 2 Imperial characters and put them on another server. If you play on a PvE server, you can have all of them on one server.
Then at a later date, which World of Warcraft, because you haven't played it, World of Warcraft finally caved into pressure, which I bloody hope BioWare don't do. They caved into pressure, excuse me, they allowed both factions on one server. I can understand the benefits of having that, but the drawbacks for me, I prefer dedicating to one faction, and it makes you enjoy supporting that faction. It's a lot more immersive, personally.
Yeah.
I think it spoils the game PvP wise, because you talk. There's cross-faction talk in this game. You can talk to people on the other faction, so it's not an issue about fucking yelling shit at each other, because you can do it. So there's no need to log on and alt and go, "Oh, you fucking noob! Why you camping my corpse?" Baby gay. But that's basically yeah. That's my little rant now.
Right. Next question is from the Walmart. Our old buddy from the guild. What's up, man? What's up, my nigga? Hope there's no black people listening. We're not racist. We just love saying the N-word. We love black people. Anyway, the Walmart asks, I've seen nothing on character creation in SWTOR. In your opinion, is it well done? Plenty of options for customization, easy, good to use, etc., etc. Again, gonna give you another short answer. The best thing you can do is look up a video for it. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can find some good character creation videos and link them so you can see them. But it's okay. Don't expect Star Wars Galaxies type customization.
The problem is you only have character creation. Character creation is you only have, my biggest gripe is 3 body sizes, which is small, medium, and large.
No, you have 4 body sizes.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Fuck off. But yeah, that's my biggest gripe. You can't actually adjust your size, so you're always going to end up looking like someone else, which pisses me off. Anyway, the next question is from Johagen Van.
No, Joe Hagen, you retard.
No, I'm going to just keep pronouncing this. Is how I pronounce it every video, so it's going to be Johagen Van. Okay, so fuck off. His question is: are there titles? What titles are available for the non-Force users at this time? I don't have a clue.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a few of them. I don't have a full list, unfortunately, but it's stuff like Lieutenant, Captain, Scoundrel, Scholar.
Do they have a Grand Moff title?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I hope so.
I don't think so. The titles like that. Basically, think of military titles, think of educational titles, stuff like that. That's what you're going to be able to get as a non-Force user.
You're going to have Bunny Humper for the Jedi because they're all a bunch of queers.
Yeah.
So Tree Hugger for the Counselor because they're gay as well. Oh, anyway, next question.
Yeah. And Tech LG. He asks, is there any class you would consider OP since you've played the beta and all? Or would you see that you could see being an overplayed class? Also, I'm under the impression that this game will be awesome, but do you think it's going to get better? Like, is there room for improvement, or do you think it will maintain the same level of awesomeness throughout its popularity? That's a hard question. The last one, it's really, really hard. Only time will tell. We can editorialize this on our opinions, but they're really irrelevant because nobody knows. Nobody knows. Our little fanboy hearts can say that it's gonna get better, but we really don't know. To your first question, I don't feel there's any classes that are OP. There's certainly classes that are better at doing something than others, but I don't feel one is OP. And in terms of one being overcrowded, there are so many fucking mercenary bounty hunters.
I was gonna say, even funny. Believe it or not, Bounty Hunter, everyone's wearing Force shoes are going to be. Bounty Hunter was so overplayed, or is being overplayed in the beta. From what I've seen of the beta, people playing it, my friends, Bounty Hunters are fucking 10 a penny. Which I don't disagree with because I love Mandalorians. I think their story is brilliant. But yeah, they're the one, if you're looking to be playing underplayed class, go and play Imperial Agent because fuck all people are playing that. And it's an awesome class.
Yeah, it's really an awesome class, but they haven't done a lot to advertise it.
Next question is from Jet1567, and the question is, to us, OrbitGuild, and the question is, do you think there will be a ghost cam of some sort for machinima purposes or exploration, or should there be one? This one I want to go for. I doubt there will be one, but that is possibly one of the best ideas I've ever heard suggested in an MMO. I think it should only be accessed, though, you should only be able to use it on places you've discovered, if that makes sense. Like, you discover an area like in WoW, and you can fly around that area. I think that is a fantastic idea, because I love people who make machinima. I think it's one of the best, most creative things people can do with a game.
You also want to think about it from a gameplay standpoint, basically what you would have to do
well,
in
you
order
could
to make
scout
a balance.
people.
Yeah, and that you don't want.
No, but the only other thing you could do is possibly make the other faction disappear.
Yeah. You could do that, or you could make it so that when you scout and do this machinima camp thing, you're flying a little probe droid that an enemy player can destroy.
That can destroy, yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
So I think that that is a brilliant idea, and it would be nice. You should probably put it on suggestion forums, because something like that would make machinima creators and that lives a lot easier, and it seems like a good idea. Right, do you want to do the next question? Oh, it's Walmart again.
Yeah, hey Walmart again. Let's see here. A couple of questions about dark side and light side. The inclusion of light side points and dark side point and the decisions that brings to SWTOR really interests me. I was just wondering if you knew the graphical effects they bring to your character and available for all classes, or is it just a Sith and Jedi that affects? Also, do you think that there are chances that these points will enable characters to switch faction? A lot of Star Wars characters have swapped sides, and I think this is something worth thinking about from BioWare's point of view. Anyway, keep up the good work and keep bringing us your vids.
I know the biggest effect of going dark is get a massive penis, like all things that are dark in this world.
Oh gosh, shut the fuck up.
No, your eyes will turn yellow would be my biggest bet.
Yellow, your skin gets, you basically
dark.
get to look like a Sith. This is a toggleable option, it has no gameplay effect. Basically, you can toggle it on, and basically, depending on how much dark side you have, the more fucked up you'll look.
And as for the points, you're never going to be able to switch, as far as I...
No, you're absolutely right.
You can't switch factions unless they implement a system where you're going to pay for it, because they are not going to give you that option unless they're going to milk money out of it, because they are a company.
Yeah, I mean, sure, Kyle Katarn might have been an Imperial starfighter pilot before he went and joined the New Republic. The same thing can be said for numerous Oleg Droma.
Well, Revan, to a point.
Revan, the Exile, pretty much every major player has at some point swapped back and forth.
Even Luke
Skywalker.
Yeah,
on several occasions, not just one. So yeah, I think it'll be a cool feature. I don't think it will work gameplay-wise because it costs too much faction imbalance and...
Well, guild issues. Think of the guild issues it would cause. Yeah. It's going to be, and as for the appearance of other people, I think it's only, which I think, again, is fucking ridiculous, but then...
No, it's for all classes.
Well, is it for all classes? Is it? I thought it was just for Sith.
No, for all classes.
But then again, saying that shouldn't really make you go evil, because Sith turn like they do purely because they're corrupted. Whereas
if you're an evil,
if I'm an evil in real life, I don't grow yellow eyes. It'd be awesome if I did.
No, you don't. But in Star Wars universe, it's different because generally the Force penetrates everything.
Well, the Force affects everything, living thing. Everything living thing is made of the Force. Anyway, that's a discussion for another day. Yeah, but it affects it, you know what?
Yeah, it affects.
Yeah, that's a chat for another day. Anyway, sorry if any of your questions were far too brief answers. If you want a more in-depth answer to your question, come on our forums or OrbitGuild.com and just sign up there and post it in the main Cantina section. Just post your questions right, Cantina video question, and we'll answer it more in depth and possibly give you links to information and stuff like that. Whereas on this video, obviously, we're constricted by time. But
And one final thing before we leave you guys for this time. Final reminder: competition's going to end
Wednesday next week.
Yeah, Wednesday next week. And this is your final chance. If you're new to the show, the competition is simple. We're going to be creating a lore show to cover some of the lore that surrounds and affects Star Wars: The Old Republic in general. What we want is a name for our show. So what you have to do in order to sign up for this competition is you have to subscribe to us, and you have to send us a message with a suggestion for our show. Once we know who the winner is, we're going to announce it and let you all know. The winners will be able to receive a copy of Star Wars: The Old Republic Standard Edition from either Origin or Amazon. Your own choice. But yeah,
it's up to some ideas, and we will see you again on Friday, or about the Friday update, so sometime over the weekend.
Yeah, so I've been Chemist.
I've been Mookie.
Yeah, and this was the Cantina. Take it easy, guys.
Bye.